E equals mc square. What comes to our mind when we hear or read this equation is a picture of an old man with his wild hair and carefree look. Born in Ulm, Germany on March 14, 1879, Albert Einstein is undoubtedly one of the most popular scientists of modern science. A celebrity, an activist, a scientist, a friend. He was many things to a huge number of people of the past mid-century. Today New brings to you 11 facts about the personal and professional life of one of the greatest men to have ever lived on Earth. Coming up.
They would not know how to start. They would not know how to start.
Number 1. He was a great musician. Not only a mad genius, Einstein was also an incredible musician. If the whole genius thing didn't work out, Einstein could have become a working violinist. His mother played piano, so he had the love of music instilled in him via violin lessons at a young age of 5. He would play his violin, which he named as Lena, every time he got stuck while practicing physics. Number 2. He had a terrible memory. Einstein's memory was so poor that he was unable to remember dates and could not even remember his own phone number. Once he was traveling on a train. The conductor approached to collect his ticket. Einstein began searching his pockets, but the conductor recognized him and said, "You could ride for free." Einstein responded, "Thank you, but if I don't find my ticket, I won't know where to get off the train." Number 3. He was married twice. Einstein's first wife was physicist Mileva Mary, whom he married in 1903 and divorced in 1919. In the same year, he married his cousin, Elsa Lowenthal, whom he had a romantic relationship since 1912. Even after his second marriage, Einstein maintained connections with 6 women, receiving gifts and spending time with him. This was revealed from his letters later on. Elsa died in 1936. Number 4. He could have been the president of Israel. Shortly after the death of Israel's first president, Chaim Weizmann, Einstein was offered to become the second president of Israel because the Israelis believed him to be the greatest Jew alive. Einstein, however, declined, stating that at 73 years of age he was too old for the job and that he lacked the natural aptitude to deal properly with people. Number 5. He won the Nobel Prize in 1921 for physics, but not for the reason you think. Though most of us today know him for his theory of relativity, he actually did not win the Nobel Prize for that theory. He didn't receive it either for the general or special theory of relativity, both of which are his famous theories. He rather won it for the photoelectric effect, which is the emission of electrons when light falls on a material. Number 6. He never touched his Nobel Prize money. In 1919, when drawing up divorce papers with his first wife, Mileva, Einstein promised her the Nobel Prize money that he hadn't yet won. Of course, his confidence proved warranted when he won just 2 years later and indeed gave the money to his wife. He never touched his Nobel Prize money and stayed true to his words by giving all the money to his wife. Number 7. He rarely visited labs. Yes, his great breakthroughs came from visual experiments performed in his head rather than the lab. They were called thought experiments. He used to think in pictures rather than words. Albert Einstein used thought experiments to set himself up to consider multiple perspectives prior to attempting to resolve a problem. He knew that math was the language nature uses to describe her wonders, so he could visualize how equations were reflected in realities. Number 8. He left his homeland forever because of Hitler. Albert Einstein was a citizen of 3 countries. He was a German citizen by birth but gave up his citizenship in 1896 because he despised Germany's militarism. He became a Swiss citizen in 1901. In February 1933, just 1 month after Hitler became Chancellor of Germany, knowing that Germany was no longer a safe place for Jews, Einstein came to the United States and never looked back. He never again returned to his country of birth. Number 9. His brain was chopped and kept in a jar for 20 years. Pathologist Thomas Harvey at Princeton Hospital, who conducted an autopsy on Einstein's body, stole his brain and kept it in a jar for 20 years. Although Princeton fired Harvey, he kept Einstein's brain for more than 40 years, chopping it into pieces and storing it in 2 mason jars. He occasionally sent the pieces of the brain to specialists around the country. Finally, in 1998, Harvey returned the brain to Princeton University. Number 10. He could have lived longer. Einstein could have lived longer. When he suffered a burst blood vessel in 1955, the doctors told him that surgery could save his life. But to the doctor's surprise, Einstein declined the surgery. He explained, "I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It's time to go. I will do it elegantly." Einstein died the next day at the age of 76. Number 11. His last words will always be a mystery. Einstein died in his sleep at Princeton Hospital on April 18, 1955. On his deathbed, he said a few last words in German to the nurse, but unfortunately, the nurse did not understand German, and those last words of his are still unknown. Hence, his final words were lost in translation. Now, since you've stayed till the end, here's a bonus fact for you. Albert Einstein used to charge for autographs. He charged $1 for each autograph of his. However, he did not do it for his greed, but for a good cause instead. He would donate all those money to the charity. These were some of the facts of the great personality. One thing is certain, this amazing character has reshaped modern science and will always be known for his characteristic wild hair and fun-loving, eccentric behavior. Thank you all for watching this video. What is the one fact that surprised you? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share.